Welcome to another special late night edition of Sundry News. This is for Monday, July 13th, beginning with the Daily Shapiro from this evening. Backfire. Customers buy Goya foods after leftists pledge boycott over CEO's Trump support. If it's good beans, why the fuck not? Ocasio-Cortez, New York City crime surge may be due to people being scared to pay their rent and don't have jobs. Yeah, so she said they can't pay their rent or they're scared to pay their rent and they need to feed their families, so they go out and they steal some bread. Literally, she said steal some bread. Like she's been watching a little too much Les Miserables. Anyway, wasn't she one of those people a few months ago that was telling people not to pay their rent? And now, maybe people are scared to pay their rent. Catholic churches across the country burned and vandalized over the weekend. Not cool. Super not cool. 1-year-old baby killed by gunfire at New York City cookout same day AOC rationalizes crime uptick. What is it with these little kids getting killed by gunfire? What, the smaller the kid, the bigger the bullet magnet? Protect your fucking kids. Jeez. Schools can't reopen unless charter schools shut down. Police are defunded. Los Angeles Teachers Union says. They better not fucking shut down charter schools. I mean, I know that not all of them are good, but some of them are good. And nobody should ever listen to teachers' unions. Ever. Protect your online privacy with ExpressVPN. All that good stuff. Tune in to the fastest growing, hardest hitting, most insightful, and savagely irreverent conservative podcast on the web. Watch the latest episode of The Ben Shapiro Show now. And next, The Daily Wire. Trump denies federal aid request from Minnesota after Democrat governor and mayor failed to stop damage, report says. I believe I commented on this last night, but yeah, good for him. They can take care of their own fucking city if they wanted to sit back and let the damage happen. And that's exactly what they did. Young mother shot to death after telling BLM supporters, all lives matter, family says. Yep. Why do we have to rely on the family saying that? That's what happened. Whatever. It's fucking stupid. Democrat Governor Walz responds after Trump rejects $500 million bailout ask. Conservatives rejoice. Who's he the governor of? Okay, I guess it's Minnesota. Because there's a Minnesota flag behind him. They asked for $500 million? I thought it was that their damage was $500 million and they were asking for something smaller than that. $500 million would be a crazy thing to ask for. NBC virus expert who claimed he had undiagnosed COVID-19 reveals he never had virus. Okay. Was he ever tested for it? Cruz to introduce legislation so governments withholding police protection are liable to private property owners. Good. Sounds good. There's a bunch of ads. Don't buy fish until you read. Okay. And moving along to the Daily Yahoo. Actress Kelly Preston, dead at 57 after battle with breast cancer. It is with a very heavy heart that I inform you that my beautiful wife, Kelly, has lost her 2-year battle with breast cancer, Preston's husband, John Travolta, wrote on Instagram. White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows told staffers that he fed information to suspected leakers in order to see if they would tell the media, according to a report. Well, seems like a sound strategy. Unless it was actual true information. According to Axios, Trump stressed to Meadows that it was important to find the leakers within his administration, which has been plagued by leaks. Well, did it work? Daniel Lewis Lee, first U.S. federal execution in 17 years to go ahead. Relatives of Daniel Lewis Lee's victims had sought to delay the execution because of coronavirus. Why? What the? Whatever. They asked this man to be the father of their kids. Anna and Lucy are identical twins who wished to marry the same man, and they actually did. Here is their story. Okay. Navy announces first black female tactical aircraft pilot in 110 years of aviation. Lieutenant Madeline Swigel will be awarded her gold wings during a ceremony on July 31st. Yeah, but when this happens now, at this time in our society, you can't just be like, hey, yay, good for her. Because you can't know for certain if she got this position on merit or just because of the color of her skin. It's huge. This is a huge problem with this, because when you instruct people that they have to always look at the skin color, that they have to always consider the skin color, that they have to always make sure they're hiring fairly based on skin color, then you can't believe that a person has gotten a good job on anything other than their skin color. And I don't want to think like that. I don't want that. But that's what they're forcing. Mitt Romney slams Donald Trump's commutation for Roger Stone. Historic corruption. The Republican senator said the move was unprecedented. Well, this year is quite the winner for unprecedented shit. BT warns UK that banning Huawei too fast could cause outages. BT CEO Philip Jansen urged the British government on Monday not to move too fast to ban China's Huawei from the 5G network, cautioning that there could be outages and even security issues if it did. Prime Minister Boris Johnson is due to decide something blah blah blah. Sounds like China just doesn't want to let go. Featured. 2020 Election Center. Nope. Not from Yahoo. Yahoo is not trustworthy when it comes to, things like that. Or anything. Yahoo is just not trustworthy at all. Nope. What's hot? Oh, it's Yahoo search. Trending now, Linda Crystal, Jenna Dewan, coronavirus, Deborah Lee Furness, car shield warranty, Christian dating sites, Adrian Wojnarowski, deceased records free, Brian Baumler, Wayfair trafficking still. That's hilarious. And last but not least, 1440. Good morning. It's Monday, July 13th. We're covering Florida's coronavirus surge, the return of federal executions, and a change at Turkey's Hagia Sophia. Hagia? Need to know. COVID-19 surge continues. A surge in U.S. coronavirus cases, mostly in the South and West, continue to pick up speed over the weekend. Florida broke the single-day state record for new coronavirus cases yesterday, reporting more than 15,000 new illnesses over the weekend. That, I believe you mean 15,000 new positive tests over the weekend. Just because somebody has it does not mean that they are ill. The previous record was set Wednesday by California at 11,694. New York's high was just under 11,600, set April 15th. Daily deaths in Florida have risen above 70. Daily deaths in Florida have risen above 70. Because that's a huge fucking number, especially in comparison to 15,000. More than double the average just 3 weeks ago. The U.S. reported nearly 70 deaths, more than double the average just 3 weeks ago. But how much higher than the average from 3 weeks ago is that 15,000 number? Because I'm pretty sure it's probably a lot more than double. The U.S. reported nearly 66,000 cases yesterday, having set records in at least 7 of the previous 14 days. Good! Antibodies. Herd immunity. This is good. 29 states have reported a rise in COVID-19 hospitalizations over the past 2 weeks, and ICU beds are said to be at least 80% full in Arizona, Alabama, and Georgia. More broadly, deaths across the U.S. are beginning to rise. Oh, really? Weeks after cases began to explode. The 7-day rolling average of deaths increased by 15% over 2 weeks ago to 664, though the figure is still well below mid-April's peak. Separately, President Trump visited Walter Reed Military Hospital to meet wounded military personnel and healthcare workers, where he wore a face mask in public for the first time. Don't do it, President Trump. What the fuck? Don't give in. The U.S. has reported 3.3 million total cases, with 135,205 alleged deaths as of this morning. See the 3-day rolling average here. Face masks don't stop it. All they do is restrict your airflow, build up the CO2 in your body, distress you emotionally in many people's cases, possibly cause your unborn babies birth defects, because that can happen if they're deprived of oxygenated blood. And it does not filter particles as small as COVID-19. This is an illusion of safety. It's just some fucked up way to control everybody, to make everybody comply. Just for the fucking hell of it. Federal executions resume. The first federal execution in nearly 2 decades will be held today, with 47-year-old Daniel Lewis Lee scheduled to die by lethal injection. I guess that's over by now. Rest in peace, Daniel Lewis Lee. The proceedings follow a federal appeals court decision overturning a hold on the execution late yesterday. Lee was convicted of killing an Arkansas family of 3 in 1997. Relatives of the victims have previously asked for clemency for Lee. Why? The last federal execution occurred in 2003, though 28 states have the death penalty, and federal prosecutions have continued to successfully seek the punishment. The Trump administration began a concerted effort to restore the practice under Attorney General William Barr, who advocated for the practice during the first Bush administration. The Supreme Court declined to hear a challenge to the practice 2 weeks ago, clearing the way for Lee's execution. Lee is one of 3 inmates currently set to be executed this week. Good. For some things, you should fucking die. I don't understand why anybody is fighting this. Some things deserve death. Hagia Sophia converted. The iconic Hagia Sophia must revert to a working mosque, a Turkish court ruled, and President Recep Tayyip Erdogan decreed over the weekend. Recognized by the United Nations as a World Heritage Site and a museum since 1935, the move drew widespread criticism from secular and religious leaders worldwide. Completed in 537 BC, the Constantinople edifice served as the main cathedral in the Byzantine Empire until the city, now Istanbul, was captured by the Ottoman Empire in 1453. It was converted and used as a mosque until the founding of modern Turkey in 1935, becoming an informal marker of the country's secular foundation. The building is considered one of the greatest examples of Byzantine architecture, but has become a flashpoint for Muslim-Christian relations. The decision has been criticized as a political appeal by Erdogan to the country's religious conservatives. See 360-degree photos of the structure here. Cathedral. So it was Christian, then it was used as a mosque, and now it's being declared that it has to be a mosque instead of just a museum for both. And they're calling the Muslims the country's religious conservatives. That's funny. I mean, it's funny that in that country, they're actually acknowledged as being the religious conservatives, because they're not here. In the know, sports, entertainment, and culture. Washington's NFL team to announce this morning it will drop Redskins, revealing a new team name. I just don't get why they announce that they're going to announce that. What's the fucking point? Whatever. Anyway, they can't... Hold on. We'll drop Redskins, revealing a new team name. No, they weren't able to reveal a new team name. They said that they would reveal a new name at a later date. Turns out, probably one of the reasons they couldn't reveal a new team name just yet is because some hero, realtor, trademarked all the possible names that they could change to. Atlanta Braves will not change their nickname. Good for them. Living up to their name. Valentina Sampaio becomes first openly transgender model in Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. Okay. Walt Disney World reopens amid coronavirus spike in Florida after nearly 4-month closure. And Disney's Welcome Home video faces backlash on social media. Science and technology. Astronomers discover a celestial megastructure more than 1 billion light-years across and containing hundreds of thousands of galaxies, dubbed the South Pole Wall. Wildlife conservation group to reintroduce wild bison to the United Kingdom beginning in 2022 for the first time in 6,000 years. Cool. I didn't know the United Kingdom ever had wild bison. Amazon retracts order banning social media platform TikTok from employee phones over national security concerns. Company said the memo was sent in error. Sure. They sent a memo. One of their employees tattled on them, or probably multiple employees tattled on them. Because for some reason, TikTok appears to be addictive to the people who have it. So tell them they can't have it anymore. They're gonna fucking tattle on you. Because they need their fix. Wells Fargo tells employees to delete the app. Good. Keep it up, Wells Fargo. Stick to your guns. Look at the concerns over TikTok. Oh, I don't know. They're from China, and China is notorious for using their technology to steal our stuff, our technology, our secrets, things like that, our information. Business and markets. Electric pickup truck maker Rivian raises $2.5 billion, plans to launch electric truck next year. No, thank you. Sources say Facebook is considering a ban on political ads on its network ahead of 2020 election. No official word from the company. Sony acquires $250 million stake in Epic Games, producer of popular video game Fortnite, for 1.4% stake, valuing Epic at more than $17 billion. Master financial modeling in 3 weeks. Boost your career with one of the most in-demand skill sets in finance. Early access discount expires in 24 hours. Learn more on Wall Street Oasis. Politics and world affairs. President Trump commutes the sentence of associate Roger Stone. Political operative was convicted on 7 charges, including witness tampering. Robert Mueller defends Stone indictment in op-ed. More documents released detailing Michael Flynn prosecution. Record heat wave grips much of the U.S. South, expected to move into the Midwest during the middle of the week. What is a heat dome? Polish President Andrzej Duda narrowly wins re-election. Race was originally scheduled for May, etc. A single chart visualizes how the world is getting older and mapping the oldest restaurant in every country. The Empire Strikes Back is back on top of the box office. From our partners, tired of being locked into expensive cellular contracts? This company offers flexible, crazy affordable plans tailored for each family member, all managed from one account starting from $5 a month. Okay, what's that? Tello. There you have it. Something called Tello. We finally know why ships get stuck in dead water. Was that a mystery? Vintage Super Mario Bros. Game sells for $114,000. Damn, son. I have some vintage games. In London, Uber moves into the boat business. Okay. They should do that in Venice. Are they in Venice? Former Marine catches child dropped from a burning building. Nice. Let's click on that. Former high school football player and U.S. Marine catches child dropped from burning building. Continue. We'll just watch the video. We don't have to read it. Mother frog. Let's try this again. When a 3-year-old boy was dropped from
When you walk into an Amazon fulfillment
third story of a burning building in Phoenix, Arizona, a former high school football player dove to catch him. That man was 28-year-old Philip Blanks, a retired U.S. Marine who saved the boy just before he hit the ground. And when we get through this commercial, we will see.
with this pandemic, see,
Blah, 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 blah.
Good catch, man.
Was that a catch? The kid still hit the ground. Okay, cool. Back. Conjoined twin girls successfully separated at the head. Badass. Clickbait. Man arrested after biting a seagull. Okay. History book. Julius Caesar born, 100 BC. First World Cup takes place in Uruguay, 1930. Happy birthday, Sir Patrick Stewart, 1940. Rest in peace artist Frida Kahlo, 1954. Live Aid concerts in the UK and the US raise $125 million plus for Africa famine relief, 1985. Nothing is worth more than laughter, Frida Kahlo. And that's the end of that. Thank you, and good night.